Sivadasan.
Respected Chair, the public sector banks in India are protecting the economic stability of our nation. So each and every bill should be properly examined by this House. Over the last decade, Indian banks have written off approximately 16.35 lakh crore rupees. After 2014, every year this government written off huge amount. Huge number of people, including the poor, are depending upon the banks for keeping their money. So now the richest of the rich are getting lot of facilities from the bank, but the facilities for the ordinary people have deteriorated. Earlier, public sector banks used to give gold loans to a large number of people for agricultural activities. The interest rate was also comparatively lower for this loan. It helped thousands of farmers in our country. But now the number of such loans has come down, so the people are compelled to go to private money lenders who are collecting exorbitant interest. So that is why such companies are making huge profit. The usurers have taken big amount from the public sector banks and they are lending the money to the people at exorbitant rate. The public sector banks are used as providers of money to the money lenders, like the big corporates. So the rural-urban divide also in availability of credit has increased. The leading banks have given only a marginal number of loans to villagers. The rural India is still trapped by the private money lenders. The major share of the loans has taken by the richest of the rich, a small section of the society in cities who are very close to the union government or the part of the ruling class. Sir, in banking sector, huge number of employees are working as a contract laborers. They have no labor right. Ground reality is that they have no fixed working time. Lakhs of women workers are there, but they don't have maternity leave, they have no pension scheme, they have no treatment facility. There is no reservation in the contract jobs. Sir, increasing contractualization is a threat to the inequality of the nation, and it will also ruin the credibility of the bank. Sir, we should oppose the contractualization in our banks. Employees in these banks are struggling for their basic rights. The number of employees in public sector banks has declined. Sir, in 2014, the total number of employees stood at 8,42,813. However, the figure has now dropped to 7,64,679. The workload of employees has increased. Even with the fixed working hours, workers are often forced to work late night, especially during the financial year end or during the audit time. Sir, in banks, there should be proper criteria for transfer and posting. Frequent transfers disrupt the lives of the workers and their families. Bank employees are forced to mobilize audience for the propaganda program of the union government. They are also compelled to work as agents of insurance schemes and government money collection schemes, so, which provides only a pittance in returns to the people. Employees have more than 15 targets to meet due to government directives, most of which involve promotional work of the union government. Sir, in our banks, the number of transactions has increased, which is natural, but the number of complaints has also risen, which is not natural. This is due to the systemic failure. Sir, daily transaction monitoring is an essential part of the bank's load documentation and loan recovery are also the responsibilities of bank employees. In 2014, the employees to account ratio was 1:1,251. By March 2024, this ratio has worsened to 2,686. Bank employees urgently need the right to disconnect. Sir, the right to disconnect is a labor law principle that allows employees to disengage from work-related communications outside their official working hours. Work-life balance and job satisfaction is essential part of well-being. Sir, the government is trying to destroy smaller banks by merging them. After merging, they are being privatized. Sir, but international experience shows that a network of smaller banks is healthier for the economy. The bank privatization is a serious threat to public banking system. The network of cooperative banks in Kerala is an example of robust and popular banking network, which is accessible to the common people. Sir, but the union government, they are trying to centralize cooperative banking system. Cooperative banking system, they are providing lot of facilities for the poorest of the poor in our village. Sir, the public banking system should be protected. Privatization and contractization should be resisted. For that, sir, we are requesting to the government the recruitment of the recruitment drive for the banking sector. That is very important. The government should conduct the recruitment drive, and now we all know thousands of posts are lying vacant in our public sector banks. The posters which is lying as vacant, that should be addressed, and the recruitment should be conducted in our bank. Sir, our request the government to protect the cooperative sector, protect the public sector banks in our nation. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sivadasan ji. Srimati Priyanka Chaturvedi ji.